Good afternoon, everyone. Today I've got a special treat for you. I'm gonna do a review on some of the gear I use, and I'm not just talking about really long rides and stuff. I'm talking about even short rides to work. So I'm gonna give you a review of the Rynox Optimus M, which is a magnetic tank bag. I've had the bag for pretty much as long as I've had the bike for, so it's about 3 years now, and overall it's a wonderful bag. So for those of you who are not familiar with what tank bags are, like the name suggests, it sticks to your tank, so it saves you the trouble of having to carry weight on your back while either traveling a short or a long distance. Now of course there are things they look at when manufacturing such bags, like an anti-slip and anti-scratch cover. So if you see, there's really no scratches on the tank because of the bag, and this material over here helps achieve that, and I'll talk about that a little later. The price firstly. So the bag, when I bought it, costs around, I think it was 3,100 rupees or 3,200 rupees. And besides the review of the Optimus tank bag, I am also going to give you a review of the Rynox Navigator tank bag, which you probably have seen me using in a few of my videos. So I'll share a bit of information around that one as well. Okay, so to get to the features of the Optimus M firstly, what you see at the top over here is a pocket where you can put your maps in and stuff. You can even put a mobile phone in here if you want, and put your GPS on. I've tried that several times and it's worked out well for me. The other pockets which you have, so there's two pockets at the side, one over here, that's pretty spacious, and you've got one other side here as well of the same size. Yep, so two pockets at the side, there's one pocket in the front over here, and I usually keep mounts and keys and memory cards and card readers and stuff in there, so that comes in handy on longer rides. The next and the most important compartment in the bag is this one over here. So Rhinox claims that the bag is capable of holding 21 liters in its normal state, and up to 29 liters I believe when it's completely expanded. And I'll show you how you can expand the bag as well. So don't ask me why I've got two wallets, even I don't know that. This is a rainproof cover. Now this is not the original one which came with the bag, it's another one which I bought later, and if you look inside, there's a lot of padding available here as well. It's pretty soft, that's what she said. Yeah, so that's the main compartment. What you see over here, and this store pretty soon after buying the bag, is supposed to be a compartment where you can keep your phones, a few pens and stuff like that if you require it, but that wasn't really of much use. It tore in the first few weeks of using it. That's feedback for you, Rhinox. Yeah, so the magnets they use at the bottom of this are monopole magnets, so they really wouldn't interfere with your electronics. So just to quickly take the bag off the tank to show you what's underneath, we've got 5 magnets over here. So there's one over here, one over here, one over here, one over here, and one over here. Now I haven't cleaned the bag, so please don't batter me on the comment section saying, hey, why the fuck is the bag so dirty? I just came out and decided to do this review. So yeah, so it just folds back over here, and it sticks in place pretty well. The magnets connect to each other, and then it's just a matter of carrying it around. So to add to it, there's also these buckles over here which you can use to secure the tank bag. In case you don't have a magnetic tank, you can use these straps which they've provided, and there's 2 of them. I just use one of them to strap it around my shoulder when I'm walking around. But you can use both the straps and kind of secure it to your foot pegs and stuff, or if you've got a Duke, you can connect it to your trellis frame. I've not had any problems with the magnets. They're pretty powerful, so they really hold on to your tank. And this material they've used over here, which is supposed to be non-slipping kind of material, and it's also supposed to be heat proof, has proved to be quite an asset to the bag. The bag pretty much stays secure in its position when you're riding around, and I've had this completely expanded as well on longer rides. So the bag is made of 1680 denier polyester, which is pretty tough. And if you look at it, considering I've had it for 3 years now, it seems to be pretty sturdy. There's also reflective panels over here, on the sides over here, with some kind of leather patching and the Rhinox branding. In the front over here, and at the side over here as well. So at night, it's pretty visible. The final part of the bag that I'll share with you is is that a Bonneville? Yeah. The final part of the bag is this removable part over here. Now let me just take my gloves off to show you this. So there's a zip over here which allows you to unzip the entire magnetic base of this bag. Let me just show you how that works. Yep, so that's the magnetic base off. Let me just keep that at the side for a second, and what you see over here underneath that magnetic base is the shoulder straps. Now you can just connect them to these hooks which we spoke about earlier, used for mounting your bag on a non-magnetic tank, and you have yourself a backpack just like this. Overall, it's pretty convenient if you're on the bike and if you're off it as well. It's pretty handy. It allows you to carry a lot of stuff around without having to worry about breaking your back on a journey. And especially on a bike like the R15, which has a somewhat aggressive riding position, wearing a backpack can take its toll on you on longer rides, which is why I opted for the bag in the first place. Now there's a few things with the bag which haven't really impressed me over the last few years, and I'll talk about those now. So the first thing is, if I were to wear this as a backpack, if you can see this over here, this zip, I'll just come a little closer here. So this zip, which goes pretty much all the way around the back of the backpack, is now exposed, considering I've taken off the magnetic base. And this can ruin your t-shirts, your shirts, and to some extent even your trousers, jeans, or riding pants as well. So I rarely use the bag as a backpack because of this. That's flaw number 1. Let me just put this all back in and I'll talk about flaw number 2. Flaw number 2 is with the zip. So although Rhinox claims that it comes with YKK zippers, the first thing I had to replace on this was the zipper itself. Now, if you look at the difference, these ones over here are the original zippers which came with the bag. It had somewhat of a PVC coating over the zips to help them be a little more waterproof. So the side pockets and the front one have the original zippers which came with the bag, but this big unit over here has had the zipper replaced, because that thing wore off pretty soon. So it just never used to close the entire zip, or it used to come apart and stuff. I just decided to put a more heavy duty kind of zipper over that, and that's why I decided to buy this rain cover, because I didn't want to risk it. Now the tank bag does come with its own rain cover when you buy it new, and that rain cover has a transparent panel at the top, so you can see your phone or your map or whatever you've got in here. The third flaw, besides the actual zipper, is these zip holder kind of thingies. So the original ones were like this, and they had the Rhinox branding, like this one over here, but they kind of fell apart after a few months of usage. So what I've done is I've replaced them with these Yamaha keychains and the Rhinox keychain. This came along with the bag pretty much everywhere. Yep, so there's another Yamaha keychain which I've used. And I know that's something really irrelevant, but you'd expect better quality from a bag which you pay about 3,000 odd rupees for. Okay, so the final bit of this bag which I'd want to show you is how it expands into that 29-liter capacity bag. So over here you have a zip in the front which you can just pull around the entire bag, and then what was originally 21 liters now becomes 29 liters, like that. And it's big enough to even hold another helmet in there. If you want to have a look at the insides, let me just take all of this out. So this is normally how it is. If you expand it, it pretty much goes up to that much. Yep, so to sum it up, all in all, it's a brilliant bag. You should really buy this, whether you are just using your bike for daily commuting or even for longer rides. It should really come in handy, and it should save your back and your shoulders from a lot of stress. So that's it for the Rynox Optimus M Tank Bag. And again, keep in mind that this bag can only be used on a metallic tank. That's your magnet should be able to hold on it. Again, that being said, you can still use these straps, but if your tank really isn't a magnetic one, then you're better off looking at the Optimus S, which has multiple suction cups instead of these magnets, which you can connect to your tank. And then you have the additional straps to put around your handlebars, around the frame, foot pegs, so on and so forth. The bag can also be used, because of the strap, as a tail bag, but I haven't really done that ever. The other one is this little baby over here. So this is the Rynox Navigator tank bag, which is the smaller sibling, I guess, of the Rynox Optimus. And this is just a basic everyday use kind of bag. If you're going out for really short rides, just to run errands and stuff, this comes in handy. This has, just like we had the map, the clear pocket for the map over here. It has one over here as well, so you can zip in and keep whatever stuff you want over here. Pretty small pocket. There's another compartment over here where you would find a rain cover for the bag. Again, it has a clear opening, so you can keep your maps and stuff in there. And the main compartment is here at the bottom. Now this has these elastic clip-on straps over here to securely keep your stuff in place. And it also has an additional zip over here, so you can just keep some of your valuables in there. Base of the bag has 3 magnets, so we have one in the front and 2 at the sides, and again it folds up in the same manner. And it's got 4 of these hooks at the bottom and 2 hooks at the side, so you can use it in whatever way you want to mount the bag, either on the tank, and again you can use it as a tail bag. So I personally feel the bag looks better on the tail, and I think that's how I'm going to use it when I go for India Bike Week this year. This should be my setup. Yep, so that's it for the Rhinox collection which I have. So Rynox Optimus M Tank Bag, Rynox Navigator Tank Bag. And if you're in the market for some sort of luggage, I believe they do also have saddle bags which they make for Royal Enfields and KTMs and other bikes. Disclaimer, in no way, shape or form am I sponsored or associated by Rhinox in any way. So if you find that I've recommended these products because Rhinox supports me in any way, that's really not true. I'm just doing an honest review of the bags. I like the way they work, and they're very functional. They do what they say they're supposed to. Yep, so that's it for me today. Again, as I've started ending my vlogs of late, ride safe. It's a freaking jungle out there. Goodbye.